Hello, Christmas is a lie. It was stolen from pagans.
Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, which is about as pagan as an Italian grandma's house.
Starting with Santa Claus, who was a Norse god named Odin. Odin was a hot older guy with a long white beard who rode through the sky on an 8-legged horse giving presents to people.
The first time anyone said any of these things about Odin was in a book written in the 1990s, written by a non-historian, relying on sources that have now been discredited by real historians. Also, Santa Claus is not intrinsically related to the birth of Jesus Christ, meaning he's something we associate with the holiday now, but if you took him away, you would still have Christmas, which was the case for the vast majority of the holiday's history.
The 12 days of Christmas comes from winter solstice, which is a pagan 12-day winter holiday.
12 days is the number of days from December 25th to January 6th, which is the Feast of the Epiphany, the day the wise men visited Jesus.
Kissing underneath the mistletoe. This plant was highly sacred in pagan ritual.
The first people documented as kissing under the mistletoe were English household servants in the late 1700s. Also, mistletoe is not intrinsically related to the birth of Jesus Christ.
The Yule star, in which each point represents one of the 5 elements, was placed on top of trees. Now everybody puts stars on their Christmas trees.
Have you ever heard of the Star of Bethlehem? Also, putting stars on Christmas trees is not intrinsically related to the birth of Jesus Christ.
But somehow the original star became satanic. How is this logical?
I don't know, maybe you should ask the Satanists.
Also, hanging ornaments on trees. Each ornament represented a god or a saint.
Where in the world are you even hearing this? Also, do you know what tradition saints come from? I'll give you a hint, not pagans.
Decking the halls. Pagans wanted greenery inside their homes because winter outside was cold and ugly.
You heard it here first. Pagans were the only people in history who thought of decorating their homes until Christians came along and committed the first case of copyright infringement. Also, decorating your homes is not intrinsically related to the birth of Jesus Christ.
Christmas caroling, pagan. Eggnog, pagan. Yule log, clearly pagan.
Are we just naming anything now? Arguing with relatives, pagan. Eating food, pagan. Breathing air, clearly pagan. Also, none of these things are intrinsically related to
Even December 25th is a ripoff. It used to be celebrated as Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, or the birth of the invincible sun.
The earliest evidence connecting this holiday to this date is from 354. Over a century and a half earlier, Christians were already calculating the date of Christmas based on when they thought Jesus was conceived, March 25th.
It was dedicated to the gods Mitra, or the Roman soul, but then Pope Julius I came along and he was like, nah, I'm gonna make it into Jesus's fake birthday.
Pope Julius did not create Christmas, and the date was not his idea. He lived in the 4th century, and those guys calculating it were in the late 2nd and early 3rd centuries. Jesus Christ came to earth to save all of us from our sins because he loves you and he wants to spend eternity in heaven with you. Merry Christmas.